Hello, you guys, and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Oh my God, I missed y'all. I missed y'all real bad. There's an excuse as to why it's been 2 weeks. If you follow my new Instagram, which you should already be following, because I'm on there every single day. And if you're there, if you know, you know. Welcome, everybody, to another podcast episode. Whether you are listening on Spotify or watching on YouTube, welcome or welcome back. Now, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I can hear it because it's me. Okay, y'all, I hope everybody had a wonderful Love Day, wonderful Valentine's Day, wonderful February because damn, the month's almost over. I will definitely be getting one more video to you guys other than this out by February because I miss you guys. And I've been gone because I had a wonderful Valentine's Day. Had a great couple days with my man. Best Valentine's Day, only Valentine's Day that's ever went right for me in my life. Um, Seriously, I'm in love, guys. I'm in love, and I hope and I wish all the energy onto anybody else. But unfortunately, that Valentine's Day, I did start to feel that, Daddy, am I your bitch? I started to feel that thing in my throat, and I don't know where you guys are from. I'm from California. We had a very rainy, like, couple days leading up to Valentine's Day, so I think it's just weather, whatever, y'all. I got like a little throat bug. My voice was out for like 2 days, and I was just like, dang. I gotta save my voice from work. Even at work, I was struggling a little bit, but I'd say my voice is like 80 right now. And I miss you guys, so I'm here and I'm gonna film, and hopefully next video I will sound normal. So today, y'all, I do not know exactly what I want to call today's video. Something along the lines of like speaking the truth, standing in your truth, um, the battles of that, the pros, the cons. Because, y'all, as I mentioned earlier, you guys should be following my new Instagram, Alisha Milan with 2 N's. I have it right here. I might have it up most of the video just so you guys can keep up with the stories. And y'all, when people say make a new account, right? Because I've had the same Instagram since I was literally 14, and I posted reels on there. Some of you guys follow both, but I was like, especially with like the whole TikTok thing happening, I made a new one, and I was just like, let me just branch out, find a new audience. Also, I was going to be providing new content because, as you guys know, I'm a newly locked baddie. First retwist is tomorrow, yeah. And I was like, let me just make a new one, expand my audience, focus on reels, and I did, and I got traction, y'all. Traction when it comes to views. Now on TikTok, I've gone viral quite a few times on TikTok. If you look at my TikTok, Alisha Milan, just with 1 N, that I'll have right here. I have a viral playlist, right? I had my first viral video on TikTok in like 2020. And TikTok is cool. Like there's mean people everywhere, but y'all know the TikTok guidelines don't play. That filtered comments, that flagging your comment. Y'all, I've literally just said borderline, you know, jokes and or use the N-word as a black person on TikTok, and they flag me immediately. I'm like, oh, like it's annoying sometimes because like you can't say what you want to say. That's a little funny, but it's also very necessary, you know? There's a lot of young people on there. Censorship when it comes to bullying and just like being evil is like very important for young people. But y'all know me. I never gave a fuck. So yes, I've gone viral on TikTok before. I've gotten hate comments before. I've gotten hate DMs. Y'all wasn't lying when you said going viral on Instagram is different because they ain't got no censorship on there, and they should. I've gone viral 3 times on my new Instagram within the month of making it. So if you're another creator, this is your sign, okay? 3 times. Before I explain what I went viral for, I want to preface you guys. Because of what my videos are about, I don't have a niche, as you can see if you follow me on YouTube. Like, I mean, it's like I kind of do healing content, but then I do story times, and I just do like sit down what I like to talk about. It like me, I'm the niche. But you know, some of you guys could be here for different stuff. Some of you guys watch me for like my podcast episodes, like what I have to say. Some of you guys just like being entertained by me. Either way is cool. So on my other platforms, no niche. But what will always be my niche as a young black woman in America is using my freedom of speech, speaking up for myself, my community, and speaking for other marginalized community in decolonizing that mind. Okay? Well, not necessarily, not everyone has to decolonize your mind. If you want to stick to some colonized, you just gotta be a good person, right? So I'm a girl who is obviously very liberal. Okay, look at me. Actually, I'm not going to say look at me because there's a lot of black conservatives that are really, really scary. I am very, very pro black, pro brown, pro LGBTQ, trans people, any marginalized community, okay, has my support. Um, so I'm not a homophobic bitch. And I'm also personally not religious. I grew up Christian, not anymore. My first thing that I went viral for, Black History Month, I said, how do some claim to be pro-black, care about black people, care about the black community, but you're homophobic, right? And I feel like caring about a marginalized community is caring about all of us. It doesn't stop at your stupid beliefs. Okay. There's so many. I know two things that my community are very much religious and homophobic as okay. And I'm not either. And I'm a straight woman, obviously, if you know, but I stand with my queer people and especially with my black queer people because I'm just like, that's a struggle I don't understand and I don't go through, but I'm like, I don't have to go through it to care about it. So that's one video I blew up off of. I said, you can be pro-black, claim to care about our community, but that doesn't include queer black people. Like it's just not happening. Okay. Second one I blew up off. I said how a lot of people of color slash black people, when I'm referring to myself specifically, get really triggered when people say that a lot of us are Christian or Catholic because of colonization, which is a fact if anybody paid attention in history class. And the people that I had specifically in mind when that video blew up was African Americans like me, okay? My ancestors are from the slave trade, slaves from probably West Africa. I don't know because they didn't document it. And Christianity was very much forced on us when we came here. Okay, I think of Filipinos who were colonized by Spain, had Catholicism forced onto them. I also think of basically all of South America, indigenous peoples who had their own beautiful spiritual practices wiped away and replaced with Catholicism. I mean, I'm from California. If you guys don't know what a mission was literally a torture house for indigenous people. I've been to them in real life. They're still standing. Them. It's where Spaniards, colonists, white colonists, used to torture indigenous people into believing Catholicism and converting to their ways. It's very dark. So yeah, I stated a fact that a lot of people get triggered by. I don't know why. It's a basic fact. I'm not against religion. I'm not against Christianity. I love when people have their stories and they're like, God helped me or this worked for me, this saved my life. I'm like, oh, that's great. Like, I love when people find things that truly help them and truly improve their life. That's just not the case for me. I don't with religious people who say religion is the reason I'm homophobic. My religion is the reason I'm pro-life. I don't, you guys, I don't mess with religious people who use their religion as a way to spread hate. The people who don't, I don't care. I love y'all. In video number 3, something else, a very, very, relevant to this time. I stated another simple fact that everyone here is an immigrant unless you're indigenous. All of us came from somewhere. Me personally, my ancestors were snatched from where they're from. But a lot of people, their family might have immigrated on their own, or if you're Black American like me, your ancestors might have a similar story. This is very relevant because it really hurts my heart to see what is happening with the deportation and all that as of right now. Again, it's a lot of stuff going on. To me, it's really sad to see, especially like children go through this who have no control, like, who might not even remember. Like, it's just, oh, y'all, like, it really hurts to see what's happening in the media. And that's one thing that I feel like is so weird about like the world and the whole division between like conservative and liberal. It's just like conservative people think that people who care about people who are going through tough times, they think it's just like, oh, we completely support illegal immigration. Like everybody should do it, blah, blah, blah. When it's just like, bro, that's not the case. But I have empathy for others and especially for a struggle that I don't understand. I've lived here my whole life. I don't know what people have been through that made them come here this way. They damn sure came here for a reason. Like, and I just have empathy for people who have been here and that's all they know. And like, it's just like very heartbreaking to see. So, like I said, I basically made that statement because it's true. We're all immigrants unless you are an indigenous person and we are on your mother in land, okay, to show my support for indigenous people and what's going on in the state of the world right now. When I tell y'all, I'm getting drugged through the mud on Instagram Reels with hate comments because, like I said, Instagram does not have good censorship. And hopefully, this YouTube video lands with the right people. If not, you could get blocked too because I never gave up. And basically, in this podcast episode, I just made it because I want to send a message to any young people or any people out there to use your voice because y'all, I'm still trying to find the they want me to give. I think that obviously throughout all of history, but especially right now, it is so important to use your voice, to use your privilege, to like not be afraid to speak your truth unless you're an idiot, but I'm not. Like in this day and age, it's so important to have the type of tough skin. Well, I wouldn't even call it tough skin because, like I said, y'all, I really don't give. Like, you get blocked. If anyone who wants to say anything under this video, you're gonna get blocked. So save your typing. But I just know, like, sometimes it's so hard, especially for young people, to use their truth or go against, like, certain things that they know might spark controversy. Because, mind you, with all three of these videos in mind, I knew. I knew it was coming. I mean, when I post a video, I don't know if it's gonna go viral or not, but I know some people are not gonna like what I have to say. Some people don't like the truth. Okay, they don't like a young black woman speaking facts. It makes a lot of people uncomfortable. And I've gotten to a point where I'm completely okay with that. Especially as a black woman in America, I literally have to be. I could say anything and get hate on the internet. Okay? Like, and I just want to send a message because I feel like it's so important to be unapologetically yourself and stand unapologetically in your truth because despite all the fucking hate I'm getting on Instagram, I'm getting so many reposts. My followers are going up. I'm getting so many comments of people who are like, I feel this way and I felt this is wrong too. Like, but whenever I say this in person, blah, blah, blah. As always, when I make any type of YouTube video, it's always for community. And I just think that community is very important. Like I always say, when it comes to, what you want to say or what you want to do, I'm not a person who's like, oh, if you want to do it, just do it. Like, that's how a lot of people make dumb mistakes when they're young. So when I say like how important it is to speak your truth and stand in what you believe, I'm saying that you should 100% do that, but it does come with consequences that you have to be prepared for. Because like I said, y'all, this ain't the first time I went viral. Okay, I remember when I was like 18, I went viral for basically calling out this white guy who made a slave joke about a white woman, oh, about a black woman he was dating. And I think I actually made a story time about this when I was talking about how my cousin had me up. And again, this was like 4 years ago, when TikTok guidelines were not the best. And y'all, I was getting like so much hate. Everybody was like, it was like basically just racism. Y'all, I can't even hold you because then the white guy stitched me and he was just like, oh, like, it was just so many white people being like, black women are so dumb. They're so unintelligent. They're so bothered by everything. Like I was just getting so much like hate targeted against my race and my gender. They were even going as far to my Instagram saying that I should myself and stuff like that because I called out a white man making a slave joke about his girlfriend. Like, and I remember back then, like I was way more insecure. Not that there's anything wrong with having insecurities. I still have insecurities to this day. But I remember that one back then, I'm not gonna lie. Of course I didn't show it. I eventually took the video down. I'm not sure for what reason. Trust me, it wasn't because I let the white man win. But, I had like deep rooted insecurities. I used to struggle with acne back then. People were coming for my acne saying I needed to go to a dermatologist, stuff like that. And I just remember I was like, dang, like it did my soul a little bit. And that was like pure racism. Like that was literally just from white people, white men specifically. But y'all, when I'm going viral on Instagram this time, I'm getting a lot of hate for my community and for from communities that I advocate for. Like I said, my community is two things. What? The black community is very religious and homophobic. And like I said, I'm not homophobic and I'm not religious. And I half the hate I'm getting on those videos are from my own community. Y'all, in the video where I talked about how you have to care about queer black people to care about all of us, I'm literally getting other black people calling me slurs for gay people when I ain't even gay. Y'all over here thinking I'm gay, trying to insult me as a queer person because I'm showing my allyship to queer people, and I ain't even gay. How does that make sense? They should feel dumb as shit. But yeah, I just think with whatever you want to do, it's just so important to consider what comes with it. Okay, because imagine if I didn't already know. Okay, first video, I know there's gonna be a bunch of homophobic bitches in my comments and a lot of black people attacking me because I'm like, I know a lot of black people are homophobic AF. Okay, I was like, I already knew that was coming. Second video, when I talked about how a lot of us are religious because of colonization, I already knew a lot of the black community and other communities of color who are religious are going to get mad at me. Why? I still don't know. It's a historical fact. I didn't say the religion, I didn't say don't be religious. I said I don't understand why they get so triggered over a historical fact. Like the reason in our history of why our communities are so religious are so dark and full of like death, full of torture, full of like white supremacy basically. And I'm like, it's a fact. I know obviously everybody has a choice. No one forced you or forced me to be religious or not. Or maybe they did, because a lot of people come from religious communities, but not the same way in history. Y'all, I also think just being on the internet, you have to remember how brain dead a lot of people are. Because y'all, the arguments on that video are so crazy, okay? So everybody's all like, Christianity actually started in Africa, so if anybody paid attention in history class, you would know that Christianity started in anyone? The Middle East. The Middle East, obviously, like so obvious. And they're all like, you Christianity didn't start in Europe? Baby, I know it didn't start in Europe. They're saying because I use the word colonizers, I'm talking about white people. I'm talking about how white colonizers used and abused it. That is what I'm talking about. And I also made a video about this on TikTok. I think it's so funny that that's your assumption that I'm always talking about white people when I talk about colonizers. Because don't get me wrong, most of the people who colonized were white, but I'm just like, colonizers, that word isn't subject to just Europeans. I'm like, Japanese people are another group of people who colonize different areas, and they're not white, obviously. So I'm like, it's kind of funny that you just assume that I'm talking about you. It shows a lot about white history now, doesn't it? Okay. And then they started talking about Ethiopia, talking about Christianity has been in Ethiopia, which is obviously a country in Africa, for many, many, many years. What are you talking about? Did it start there? No, it was brought there. Okay. And also, when I say I'm referring to myself as an African American, there's such a small chance that I have Ethiopian blood. Why? Because slaves were taken from West Africa, not East. So it's like, y'all, just know when you stand in your truth and you speak facts, people are always going to have something to say to combat you. Like I said, y'all, I've even seen a few comments when people get really tired, they start trying to talk about my appearance. And that's when I know they've just ran out of things to talk about. Because I was like, there's no way. There's nothing to attack. When it comes to the getting triggered about the history of religion, it always blows me because I'm just like, as a, you know, as a person who I don't belong to religion, I take different ideologies from different beliefs. I think some parts of Buddhism are cool. I'm in astrology, stuff like that. But I'm like, in any of my beliefs, I don't really have a set thing because I'm like, I don't think anything is like 100% provable. Like, um, I'm like, if anything, I'm interested in, like astrology, which again, I say I don't think is 100% true because I don't think anything is 100% proof unless it's science, facts, something that I can see. You feel me? But I'm like, if anyone about my beliefs had historical fact that they can like literally show me, I'd be like, all right, you got it. What am I say? If it's something we learned in history, like what am I gonna say? That's why I'm just like I'm so confused by the triggering because I'm like, you're triggered at the true history that I just talked about. Okay, well, it's just like when you be seeing those Trump rallies, how there be people to troll the Trumpies, how they be all like, oh, would you vote for someone who did this, this, and this? The Trumpies be like, absolutely not. And then they be like, well, actually, Trump did all of those things. Then they'd be like, I don't give a shit. Get the mic out my camera. It's like that's something that will always blow me about ignorant people. It's just like not handling the truth, the truth, the truth. And you would think that common sense would be common these days, but it's really not. So yeah, so what I'm basically trying to say is stand up on business, everybody. Young people, okay? It doesn't matter where what you come from. It doesn't matter what other people have to say. If something is in your morals, is in your books, and like no one is ever going to fully agree. That's why the two biggest political parties are divided, and quite literally the opposite. You feel me? It's just like I was gonna say I encourage a lot of people to stand in their truth if they're prepared for it. But I honestly feel like at this point in this day and age, everybody needs to be prepared. Because whenever people we think about the state of the world and what's going on, people are like, what can I do to help? Like, I don't know what I can do to help. Talking. To me, talking is the easiest thing that anybody, you have a phone, you have some kind of device because you're watching this. Anyone can repost facts, repost history, repost resources. Every single person has a voice. It's just about if you use it or not. And like I said, no one is ever going to be happy with you. Like, especially if you're like me, if you're a black woman, no one is ever going to be happy with what you say. Like, come on. But in this day and age, I just really encourage anyone out there to get with it. Okay, it's okay if you're not as vocal as me. You don't want to make your own videos on such a big scale. That's fine. Different people are different. Like I said, I never give up. November 16th, guess my sign. You guys already know my sign. I'm also a middle child and a youngest daughter. So I'm kind of like built for this. Someone better squabble. Yeah, guys, please use your voice. Unless your opinion is dumb. And I kind of feel like I can be the judge of if opinions are dumb or not. Yeah, I can. But yeah, to anyone watching this, we always talk about standing on business in different areas of life. Stand on business when people have you messed up. Stand on business when it comes to relationships. Stand on business when it comes to caring and being a good human being. None of those videos are going down. I don't give how many hate comments I get. I'm writing for my community. I'm writing for communities that I write for because I don't like. And also when I say use your voice, I love that especially in this past couple years we're finding out that that does mean something. Okay, because remember how before it used to be like, well, it doesn't matter, like blah, blah, blah. Y'all, using our voice is the reason that George Floyd's cops actually got charged. If the world didn't rally up like that, he would have just been another case and another case. And there's cases going on to this day. Why don't we hear about it? Because not enough people are using their voice. That's literally that simple. Like, to me, it's so crazy as a black person, or like you, if you come from any marginalized group, it's so crazy how what happens to us and what we go through is so shocking to people, especially people, because it's just like, oh, like now that they can see it's real when it's been real to us for centuries. That is why, again, I think the internet is an ugly place, but it's a beautiful place because it allows you to learn. Um, yeah. So I will continue to open my mouth about whatever I want and show my allyship to other communities ride for my community because it matters. Like it truly matters. And you know, just like with anything, when it comes to whatever, your race, your gender, identity, we all know how good it feels to have support, to have community. Because especially as marginalized people, there's so many times where it's like, oh my God, absolutely no one knows what this feels like. No one knows what I'm going through. No one understands. No one would support me. When there's always someone who will. I know so many queer people feel like this. Like I've heard stories time and time again. Queer people who come out of super conservative towns or families, and then they get out or they get on the internet and they see there's so many people like them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that allyship and community is really, really important. It's life saving. I just hope that anyone who watches this video uses their voice for good. And I hope if you take away anything from this, you can take away that. But yeah, guys, thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And please, please, please follow that new Instagram because, like I said, I will not be shutting up anytime soon. Okay? Y'all know me. I'm funny. Lots of laughs on there. Laughs, lots of truth on there. Lots of lot content as I'm in the process. Ah! To any black people, black women out there, lock your hair. If you've been thinking about it, do it. Well, again, think about you and if it would suit you best. But y'all, I sat on it for a year. I finally did it and I'm in love. I love it here. I literally love it here and I feel so pretty. And anyone who tries to masculinize black hair or locks or the starter phase, I fucking love my hair and I feel so pretty and empowered, especially during the month of February. Okay. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching / listening again. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one with a better voice. Bye.